Before getting into or committing to a relationship, there are so many things to look out for. It is true you might not know who your partner is, but getting to know them better is more important than just the physical attraction that brought you together. The moment you notice your partner's behavior or attitude makes you feel uncomfortable, then it is a sign that things are not right in that relationship, and they should be addressed as soon as possible. You must be able to be confident and sure of who your partner is. You must trust in their ability and be sure of their character. This is one area that you need to watch out for in any relationship. A spouse or partner that is overly manipulative or abusive will only want you for themselves, and this kind of love is not only dangerous, but is also manipulative and destructive. This is because they don't respect your boundaries. When your spouse is overtly jealous to the point he or she wants to monitor all you do, where you go, who you speak to, and how you live your life, then it is a clear indication that the person is manipulative. Most of the time, these kinds of people are also abusive, not only in a physically violent way, but can make you go through emotional and psychological or mental damage. People who manipulate use mental distortion and emotional exploitation to influence and control others. They intend to have the power and control over others to get what they want. Someone who manipulates you knows what your weaknesses are and will use them against you. Most of the time, manipulative people tend to start it subtly. After some time, they begin to do it more often until they are sure they can prey on your weaknesses and use them against you. People who get angry at the slightest provocation and tend to get physical by wanting to hurt you are a big sign that you should immediately run from such a relationship. You not only put yourself at risk of not being in a peaceful relationship, but your life could also be at stake. This is why you must note this sign before committing to that relationship or marriage. A manipulative spouse is also someone who is egotistic and might likely never admit to a fault. They deflect whatever they do to be your fault as a result of something you did not do. For instance, when a husband confronts his wife for coming late from a hangout with her friends, if she wants to be manipulative and not own up to the fault, she would say something like, "I had to spend more time with my friend because you were not spending enough time with me at home." This kind of behavior is known as gaslighting. Another form of emotional abuse is silent treatment and is the use of sarcasm to reply to your partner. All this behavior should be avoided. When you notice any form of physical or emotional abuse or manipulation, you should communicate with your spouse and let them know how they are being manipulative or controlling. If they fail to change, then you should immediately let go of such a relationship. A spouse that does not have the fear of God will find it hard to love and stay committed to you. The more of the love of God in their heart, the more it gets easy to love you, and this is why in Ephesians 5:22 it says, "Wives, submit yourselves unto your husbands as unto the Lord." Ephesians 5:25 says, "Husbands, love your wives as Christ also loved the church and gave himself for it." A relationship that does not love God is likely to fail. This is because such a relationship has no base on the tenets of God, such as the fruits of the Holy Spirit, which are love, peace, happiness, endurance, and so on. A godly relationship is characterized by a godly peace. The moment that genuine peace of God is missing, then it indicates that someone is wrong in that relationship. Your relationship with your spouse should prioritize God first before anything. When you can no longer do the things of God, such as reading the Bible, praying regularly, fasting, and doing the things of God, then you should check yourself. You should be with a partner who loves God and helps you to grow more spiritually than how you were when he or she first met you. A spouse that does not know God will only succeed in drawing you back, and this is why 2 Corinthians 6:14 says, "Do not be yoked together with unbelievers." For what do righteousness and wickedness have in common? Or what fellowship can light have with darkness? Many young men and women make the mistake of trying to change their spouse who does not believe in God. You can only pray for them to change. It is only when they are genuinely saved through Christ that you can then be sure to be committed to being with them in a relationship. Do not let love push you into being with someone who you think is compatible with you, financially buoyant, educated, morally standard, and so on. A man or lady without Christ is not right for you in a relationship. Such a person would only have a profound adverse effect on your life and your future. This is why you need to think deeply and make the right decision today concerning your love and relationship. In conclusion, you must take your time in getting to check for things that can hinder the joy and peace in that relationship. Most times, people focus more on the big issues in the relationship without taking into consideration of the smaller issues. It is important to sort out every form of bad sign you notice in your partner so you can have a peaceful and loving relationship. When your partner continually, brazenly lies to you without giving thought to you, finding out or knowing the truth can be bugging. The fact that most of all they tell you is not true is enough of a red flag to show you that you should do away with such a relationship. When your partner lies to you, it shows they do not respect you enough, and hence it means you can't trust them. A relationship built without trust is sure to crumble. Trust is an important element of the relationship that can never be overemphasized. The more the trust, the more the bond in the relationship. This is why you need to know the background of your spouse at least to a certain extent. There must also be things your spouse might not tell you about until they are confident they can trust you enough and love you to disclose whatever their past was. Others may not come out openly to tell you all about their past because they feel it is better left unsaid. However, there are certain things your spouse should be able to let you know, especially when it comes to the relationship. The things about their family, health, genetics, and medical history should all be disclosed to you, and vice versa. For a relationship to stand the test of time, that relationship must be built on transparency. Any relationship that is built on lies and deception would not be able to stand the test of time and will surely crumble. Your partner should be comfortable telling you secrets and things about them. A partner that is overly secretive or hides things from you does so because he or she does not trust you enough, or they have something sinister they don't want you to know. Don't be fooled into thinking you can change a habitual liar or a bad person to someone good when in a relationship. That is not the way to go. They would only end up worse in marriage. Whatever the red flag is, you should be able to confront such issues with your spouse and make them see if there is a way they can change for the better. It is better you part ways with someone you do not trust and endure that broken heart now. You will surely get over that person, and you will get that desired spouse that would truly love and cherish you for who you are. One other way to spot a spouse who you can trust is if they consistently do the opposite of what they say. For example, your spouse might be someone who says he or she is a born-again Christian. They might even go to church. But all this could be a farce just to deceive and get you to date them. There is no way to fake it, and you just have to be wary of such people. This can be done through the power of God in you. This is why the Spirit of God must dwell in your heart to be able to spot pretenders who claim that they love you. Consistency is also key to knowing if your spouse is who he or she claims to be. When they don't mince words in telling you who they are, where they go, their family, where they work, and so on, then it shows you can trust them. The more consistent they are in doing what they say, the better for you.